in first grade again, so put your glasses on. I'm Miss Espinoza. Before I dive into the video, you need to consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I was gonna say the best YouTube channel, but you need to consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna break it down into three parts. You can read a little bit more about this topic down below. I can read that. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is high fat versus low fat. I'm going to then talk about the fat sources selection, meaning like what kind of fats you want to choose to eat so you can build lean tissue or be healthy. And then I'm going to dive into like omega-6, omega-3. When it comes to dietary fats, I'm just going to dive right in. You want to eat at least, you want to get between 15 to 30% of your total energy needs should be going to fats. Now, if you're on a diet and you're restricted on calories, you don't want to first track your fats. You want to track your carbs first because you might overdo it on fats. At least people tend to overdo it on fats, specifically the American, or should I say the American diet, okay? Don't overdo the fats, and then you also don't want to underconsume fats. So I put a very big range here, 15 to 30% bicep curl, or should I say 15 to 30% of your total energy needs should come from your dietary fats. You have a little bit more fat on your body, you'll be a little bit more insulated. The cold, okay, which is a good thing. So if you are, you know, like super lean and you shiver a lot, you're super cold like all the time, it's probably because you don't have a lot of fat tissue on your body. Now here's something that you may not know. Your body is made up of 1,000,000,001 cells, okay? Now, cells are these little things that just duplicate. Cells have organelles in the cell, like mitochondria, you have your cytoplasm, and then you have your nucleus. I'm gonna read off of my notes. All of your cells are surrounded by a fatty acid membrane and plays a purpose in intracellular signaling, which may be compromised by the types of fats you're eating. So what does that mean? That means that if you eat like fatty fat from steak, for example, and that cow, should I say cow produce, wasn't eating well, that affects their makeup. And when you eat their fats, so that also too can affect you positively or negatively. This is why the saying that you are what you eat is very accurate. It's very accurate because you quite literally are what you eat. If you eat potato chips and nothing but your mom's pasta that has no nutrients, you can guarantee your cells are going to be affected and your genetic composition is going to be affected. So if you choose to have offspring, in other words, if you choose to reproduce, in other words, if you choose to get a little, you know, mom chicken wow wow and you produce a child, that child is going to carry those genetic traits that you also have when it comes to body composition. This is why it's very important to making sure that you eat well for not only your aesthetics, but also for your health, mental, physical, spiritual health. Omega-3 versus omega-6. So omega-3 are the things like, you know what I'm talking about, like that fishy fish, like Finding Nemo, like, whoa, you know? Okay, so you have omega-3, which is in fish oil. Now, if you watched my other video, which I purposely get fish oil, strict fish oil, because I like my things raw, you know what I'm saying? I like to do things raw, okay? When you get fish oil, I like it because in my opinion, in my scientific prediction, I believe that it's more bioavailable than if you get a pill, in my opinion. I could be wrong, I more than likely am wrong, but I'm just gonna stick to that just for the sake of being stubborn. What you can do is you can also get fish oil. Now, I did the math and I calculated how much it would cost relative than if I got actual fish, actual salmon, and technically it's cheaper if you get the fish oil. It's more money up front, but you get more EPA, more DHA, which is a component of omega-3 alpha-linolenic acid, okay, which is also found in flax seeds, which I made a YouTube video once again. You can click below, you can see that video. But EPA, DHA, you want to be getting around 1 gram per day or 2 to 4 grams per day, okay? So in my fish oil, I think that's about 1 gram if you do about a teaspoon or a tablespoon of the serving for fish oil. So that's omega-3. You also want to get your omega-6. That should be about 5 to 10% of your diet. So that should be things like egg yolks. Now, if you are predisposed to high cholesterol, because now there is a, so to speak, rumor that if you eat egg yolks, that can actually increase your cholesterol. My contention with that is I don't believe that. Because technically, if you think about it, if your genetic makeup is already telling you that you are predisposed to high cholesterol, does it even matter whether or not you eat foods that are going to increase your cholesterol? Really think about that, really question that. I think my contention with that statement is that whether you eat the egg yolk or you're not, it's not going to really alter your cholesterol levels drastically to the point where your levels are going to go out of range. You're going to have to eat probably 10, 20, 50 eggs for your cholesterol to get, you know, altered. Okay, but one egg doesn't hurt, in my opinion. Other omega-6 are things like grapeseed oil and avocados, which I just had one this morning. Grapeseed oil is super good, in case you didn't know, for your skin. It's also really good for high heat cooking. So if you like to bake like me, or if you like to cook a lot, you can use some grapeseed oil, and it can maintain its properties relatively well. Grapeseed oil is also low on the comedogenic scale. In other words, it doesn't produce those kind of little pricks of acne on your face if you use oil on your face. So if you want to use an oil, I use grapeseed oil. It's really great for your skin on your face. I'm going to stop right there because otherwise this is going to get a little boring, a little too scientific. Ooh yeah! Once again, if you eat a high fat diet, you don't want to eat a high carb diet. You want to keep your protein relatively in range. I'll be making a separate video. Ooh yeah! Okay? Talking about protein, but today we're just talking about fats. If you're going to eat a high fat diet, you want to eat a low carb diet. If you want to eat a high carb diet, eat a low fat diet. You can't have both because you're just going to overconsume. You're more than likely going to gain weight. Now, the typical American diet is most people don't eat the protein. You do want to make sure you're getting your protein in. Okay, protein is very expensive for your body to digest, and what that means is it takes a lot of calories for your body to digest the protein, which is a good thing. You want your body to work while you're not working. That is, hold on, I have to do the Jeopardy girl. That is dietary fats. It only costed you a thumbs up of this video and a subscription on this page to subscribe to the best YouTube channel ever. My personal favorite sources of fats are flax seeds, chia seeds, peanut butter, avocado, olive oil, grapeseed oil, fish oil, and that's pretty much it. I do about a tablespoon of fish oil every 2 days or so. I also give it to my dog. The takeaway from today's video is get some fish oil in and get your flax seeds in. Just get a basic flaxseed package off of Amazon. I have the link below, the ones that I get. Nothing. If you don't want to get flax seeds, you can actually get flax oil. Okay, I don't like flax oil. It's very weird tasting, but it works just fine like flax seeds. Okay. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope that it brought some value to you. If you want a custom program, you can feel free to email me. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the YouTube channel. It really helps my page out, and I'll see you in the next video.